Hi, I'm Didi Emmons, and I'm at Eva's Garden in South Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Eva grows a lot of herbs here, and about 200 of them, and I have Calamint right now, and I'm going to make some sorbet with Calamint. Calamint is an herb that is an extremely minty herb, has a kind of a menthol, like almost a wintergreen flavor. And so it's super powerful. And I'm going to take this and imbibe it in a sugar syrup. And then we're going to add some wine and we're going to add some lemon juice. And that's going to be the sorbet. So we're going to take about 2 cups of packed Calamint. So that's about 2 cups of packed Calamint right there. And then we're going to add 2 cups of water. And then we're going to add the sugar. And traditional recipes call for about 2 to 1, 2 water to 1 cup sugar, 2 cups water to 1 cup sugar. But because I'm at Eva's, the herbs have so much flavor. I don't want the sugar to take over. I don't want to be too sweet. And also, Eva herself does not like sweets. So I'm going to use about 2/3 of a cup of sugar. And then we're going to take it to the stove, and we're going to bring it to a boil, and then we're going to simmer it for about 5 minutes. I've got the Calamint, and it's been steeping in this sugar syrup for about 5 minutes. And so it's let out all of its oils, and now the sugar syrup tastes incredibly minty. So I'm going to pass it through a sieve. And we're going to get out every last bit of mint juice that we can from the Calamint. So it's kind of a cool color, kind of fluorescent. And now we get to add some lemon juice and some wine. I've got a Chilean a Riesling here, and it really doesn't matter too much what wine you use, but it matters a little bit. So I'm using, it's pretty dry Riesling, and it's kind of floral, almost perfumey. So I'm just going to add a little something. I'm saving a little Calamint for the garnish, and I'm going to add the lemon juice, and this can go right into your freezer like this. I think most recipes would have you bring it to room temperature first, but it's fine to go right into the freezer. And it has to cool down. So before you put it into an ice cream machine, or this is also a recipe that can be made without a machine. So this can be made into a granita or an ice. So I'll show you, I'll explain to you how to do both ways, but it has to cool, it has to chill down just a little bit for about 5 minutes in the freezer, and then it can either go into the machine or it can stay in the freezer, and I'll explain to you in a minute how to do that. So we have the Calamint Sorbet, and it's come to room temperature, and what you want to do maybe is taste it and see if you like it. You can add a little more wine, you can add a little more sugar, or a little more lemon juice, and then it's going to be ready to be frozen. So it can go right like this into an ice cream maker, and it'll take about a half hour. Or you can freeze it in the bowl, just like this. And what you do, it's about a 3-part process. You need to wait until at least it solidifies somewhat, and then take a fork. And you want to just sort of like you're harvesting it. You want to fluff it up a little bit. So that's probably going to be 3 hours into your freezing stage. And then you're going to throw it back in the freezer, and you're going to wait another hour, and then you're going to fluff it up again, and then you're going to put it back in the freezer, and then in another hour. So you probably don't want to do this in the middle of the night. You don't want to start it at 10 p.m. and have to stay up real late. So it's an excellent choice in terms of the method of making an ice, because the granita or the ice, it's flaky, it crystallizes, whereas an ice cream machine makes a very smooth sorbet. That's nice too, but the granita is very Italian, and it's really refreshing at the end of a meal to kind of bite into these crystals. So I'm going to put this into the ice cream machine actually, and we're going to see what the sorbet is like after it comes out. So we have this sorbet all frozen, and like I said before, the wine kind of makes for a softer sorbet, which is a really lovely texture. This is sat overnight, and we have the finished sorbet here. And you can, I mean, this is a nice dessert like this, or if you want, and here's a little garnish, a little calamint. But if you want to do an intermezzo, you probably want to do something a little smaller, and you want a little teensy spoon if you have it. So there you go. There's our Calamint Sorbet. Nice, refreshing dessert after dinner.